The Warner Swasey Observatory opened in 1920 with one initial telescope to carry out research with a local university. Later in 1941, a much larger observation deck and telescope was constructed, measuring 2 feet long. Research was carried out until 1980 when nearby light pollution from Cleveland forced the observatory's closure.
Here we are in Cleveland, technically East Cleveland, at the Warner Swasey Observatory. So this was an observatory built in 1919 by the Warner Swasey Company. That's where it got its name, and it was a gift to the local university over here, the Case School, which still exists. It's actually called like Case Western Reserve, so that's like a little dedication memorial plaque. And it actually started out with one main dome observatory, and then decades later they added a second one. So the outside's probably cooler than the inside. The inside's very decayed, but you can see still got some of the original windows, even original light. And then yeah, it's got the school's name, so it's hard to see because the vines are covering it, but it says Warner Swasey Observatory across the top arch. And then it's got the Case School of Applied Science engraved into the building. So I got a mask on because there's heavy mold inside. But it's like a little goat logo. Oh, so they had different little astronomical figures that circled. Very cool. You can see a lot of them are covered up with dirt. And yeah, so this is the main entryway. This is the first time in here, so I don't really know my way around. Yeah, you can see here's some more of the figures on the ground. It's been abandoned for decades. I think since the 70s it was last in use. So obviously it's not in the greatest of shape. Oh yeah, so this would have been, I heard there was an observatory, and obviously this is it. Lived in the top level. I don't know why someone did that. So yeah, this wasn't the observatory. This was the little theater. They would have gave presentations. You know, because it technically was the college. And this is just like, it was like the top little seating area. I guess we can go down a couple levels, but I don't think there's anything really down there. It's been raining the last day too, so there's a lot of water leaking. So yeah, this is kind of like a little auditorium, lecture hall. One of the windows. Probably was a bathroom or something. Check out these windows too, because they still have some of the frames left. Old wooden door. Should we go up? Guess we could check this out first. It was probably just like a classroom or something, storage room. Not too sure. Again, I'm not sure what these little rooms were. Oh, this goes down to, like, I guess, more rooms. Let's see what this is. This was one of the, I think this was the later edition. The dome. You can see it's up there, but everything's covered. Because it's been closed for a while, we might be able to get upstairs. Oh, the door was swung open too. It's kind of weird. So yeah, let's go upstairs. I bet that's where the telescope would have been. Oh yeah. It's pretty neat. So this is where the telescope would have been. So the telescopes were super expensive. They obviously moved them when this closed. That's where it probably would have been mounted. So this place had to close sometime in the 50s. For the most part anyways, they moved most of the main telescopes out because of light pollution from the city of Cleveland. When it first opened in the early 1900s, there wasn't as many buildings with electricity, and honestly the city expanded a lot during that time. So that's why it kind of became hard to discover stuff and make observations from this facility. But from what I read, there were some significant achievements. They were able to determine that the Milky Way was like a swirl galaxy. That was one of the achievements among others. I don't know too much about astronomy and what else this building and this facility would have discovered back in the day. So I don't know, did we go over this way? Just more small little rooms, classrooms, study rooms, and then stairs to the other, I'm assuming, observatory. Small little room. Be careful over here. Okay, yeah, this is cool. This would have been the main observatory. You can tell this is so big compared to the smaller one that we were on before. So this footing should be pretty good, yeah. This is all concrete, we can walk around fine up here. So yeah, it would have had like a retractable roof right there. Oh yeah, you can see the wheel there, the wheel there. So this all could have rotated 360 degrees, just like that. And then that's where it actually opened. So those little panels would have opened, and then the telescope could have looked out up into the sky. And then we can take a look and see. So there's a view from the smaller secondary telescope. And then this is the view, just of the neighborhood surrounding the area. This would have been like the front entryway where we walked in. And then we might as well just take a look at the last view outside here. So this seems like a good spot to end the video.